Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from all over the world. Thank you so much for attending for today's webinar. Today's webinar is all about exploring pathways to New Zealand residence visa. And of course, this is Leah, your host for today. I am the manager client relationship from Immigration Advisors New Zealand Limited. And our speaker for today is, of course, none other than Miss Vandana Rai, our Senior Licensed Immigration Advisor. And before we officially start and get the ball rolling, let me introduce you first to our beloved company, the Immigration Advisors New Zealand Limited. So, who are we? We are actually based here in Auckland, New Zealand. The photo you can see now in my screen is actually the building where we at. It's at Simon Street in Auckland CBD. And we also have a group of four of licensed immigration advisors. We actually handled clients from over 30 countries, and we have supported staff and support staff of over six different nationalities. So we do speak all or mostly of your languages. So we are really a diverse community. We have been the immigration industry for over 20 plus years, and we are locally present in India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Philippines, and Middle East. We are also one of the most reviewed licensed immigration advisors here in New Zealand, which you can actually definitely verify from Google itself. All right, I will not let you wait for too long. I will introduce our additional speakers and our guest institution and partner for today's webinar. So, besides Vandana, our senior licensed immigration advisor, we will be having Gary Lee from Up Education. So, Gary oversees the international marketing team and builds up the international product sales team focusing on New Zealand vocational and higher education courses. So, Gary Lee, will you be able to say hi to our participants today?
Kia ora. Hi, everyone. My name is Gary. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, okay. And we will also be joined later in the middle part of our webinar by Dr. Narayan Nepal. So he will be introduced and he will also share some insights in this webinar later, right, Gary?
Yes. He will join
Okay,
us later.
all right. Okay. All right. Without further ado, if you could please get the ball rolling for our participants, Gary.
Yes. So if you can stop sharing so that I can start sharing
Your
my
turn.
slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
While Gary is trying to share his screen, just a few house rules to all our viewers for today, to all our participants. If you could please type in all your questions in the Q&A chat box and not in the regular chat box. So then later in our Q&A portion, we will be answering your questions one at a time. Okay, that's just the few house rules. And if you could please keep yourself on mute as well, so then we will be avoiding any disturbance during our presentation. All set now, Gary?
Thank you, Leah, and
All
thank
right.
you, Vandana and Himanshu, for giving us the chance to talk to your clients. As Leah has introduced, my name is Gary. Today, together with me, we have another colleague called Shin Yi Kim. Hi, Shin Yi, can you also say hello to everyone? You're on mute.
I'm mute. Hi guys. Yeah, my name is Shingy. I'm working with Gary for Up Education. Yeah, I'm really happy to see you all you guys here.
Yes, great. Thank you, Xingyi. And also, as Leah has introduced, we have our head of faculty of our technology faculty in UB College, Dr. Narayan Nepal, but he's currently with his kid in the clinic, so he will quickly join us halfway through our slide. So at the beginning, please allow me to introduce our college to you, which is the UB College of Creative Innovation. As Shing has mentioned, we all work for Up Education. Up Education is the so-called mother company or the group company of a few private colleges, and UB is one of them. And UB College has been in this industry for more than 30 years, as you can see from my slide. And we are the largest specialized creative and technology institution in New Zealand. We have been fueling the creative and technologies industries for over the last 30 years. And year on year, we are producing more than 1,800 qualified, I would say, most qualified uh, graduates and work-ready employees into the industry. And more than 85%, if I count international, it will be even closer to 90% of our graduates. They will enter the job place or gain further study. And also, a very important endorsement from the government is that we are an NJQA Category 1 provider. For some of you, this might not be the very familiar term. So NJQA is the New Zealand Qualification Authority. So this is the government authority that evaluate all their institutions based on their teaching quality, based on their service quality, based on the sustainability of the running of the institution, I mean colleges. So category 1 is the highest possible category that we can gain from the authority. So we are very proud that UB colleges, along with all the colleges under application, we have been continually rated as NDQA category 1 in all the aspects. So I would provide you a advice. If you are choosing institution in New Zealand, please have a look at the rating or a category. So if they are or we are category 1, which means you are in the safe hands. Okay. And also on the right hand side of this slide, you will see a certificate. It's called Certificate of Recognition. And this one is especially for our UB College. So you will see a special certification license number, NGFM 100750. So let me explain why this certification is so important. Because for many of you, if you Google New Zealand or you browse the internet to look at where is New Zealand, what is New Zealand famous for, you will encounter a plant which is called silver fern, and silver fern is the representative of New Zealand. I wouldn't like I won't talk to you too much about the silver fern story, but just let you know this is another endorsement from New Zealand government because we only get the silver fern if we are the top quality education provider, and we are very proud that we are the carrier of the silver fern. Okay, so above slides just give you some reassurance of the quality of our college. And also this slide, I would like to walk through all our like principles of teaching, or our series of like arranging all the teaching activities. So the most important thing is we believe that you can learn something by doing something, and you can only learn something by doing something. So in saying that, what I mean is, if a student join our UB college, regardless which program you are studying, you will not just attend the lectures. You will just not listen to the lectures, reading the slides, or teaching you the series. So from the first day, even the first class, you will open the computer, you start to operate the software you will study. And this applied to across all our category of courses. If you are animation students, you will start to do animation from day one. If you are software engineering students, you start to code from day one. Okay, so this is our methodology of teaching. This is how we want our students to be involved in their future skills, because we believe that if you are engaged or exposed to the industrial standard of skills from day one, and after the graduation from us, no matter it's 1 year or up to 3 to 4 years with us, you will be employment ready, and you will be very much welcomed by the industry, by the employers. And also, in saying that we are doing industry-led training, That means the colleges, the management of the colleges, we are meeting the industry on a very frequent basis, as frequent as twice per year. For example, our software engineering faculties, they will meet all the IT software companies out there twice a year to learn about what are the advancement of the current technology, what are the skills that your employees are currently lacking of, so that we can put them back into our curriculum so that our graduates will be job ready, will be immediately employable after they graduate within the industry leaders. And also, the mentorship and tech work experience are very important in our student study experience. For example, the tech work experience, that means for every one of our students, you will be exposed to the real industry for at least 8 to 10 weeks, no matter it is virtual internship, actual internship, or even externships. The externships means our teachers, our lectures, because they are very much, very well rooted in the industry and also engaged in the industry. So they can bring a lot of industry project back to the school. So if you are not ready to work in the company yet, you can still work for the company's project, but in the school. We call this kind of industry experience and externships. So all the students will be exposed at least for 8 to 10 weeks of those kind of real experience. And after that, our students are employable not only because of you write down a line of your qualification on your resume, not because that you have a degree of something. It will because you have something created. You have already done something for the industry at this industry level, so that the hiring managers, the future bosses, they will see your work and they will be confident to hire you rather than risk their money and time to hire a fresh graduate with no experience at all. By the way, if you just feel a little bit familiar with this picture, because when Leah was sharing her slide, pointing out where her office is, UB is also on that picture. So we are actually physically neighbors.
Yes, beside each other.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So from here, I will play a small video. Our teachers talking about our software engineering courses. Uh, I think I have already chosen the share sound option. So let's try.
Welcome to UB
Okay, the
Colleges,
sound.
New Zealand's largest specialist creative and IT college. For over 30 years, we have been supplying the IT and creative industries with specialist filmmakers, animators, designers, and developers. Come with us as we explore the range of careers available to you as a UB student.
UB is a great place to study animation because we're really conscious of the fact that every student is on their own creative journey. It's one of our big goals to treat anybody who enrolls not just as a student, but as a creative professional. But we've got a number of
Within the WebUX course, we study a lot of different technologies, and we give students the time to figure out which ones they actually like. And what that does is that means at the end, students can choose a number of different pathways to go on. We teach full stack development. So the advantages of that for the student are that they gain a more thorough understanding of what's really going on in a web page or in an application. They have more career paths that they can choose. Students have the time to decide if they actually like full stack or they would rather just concentrate on the front end or perhaps concentrate more on UX. We give the students quite a lot of freedom to do their own thing. We try and be flexible because we know that if you are working on a project that you like, your work is going to be much, much better. And as a tutor, I recognise that and I try to encourage it, while at the same time explaining technical concepts to you to improve the way your project works. At UB, the class sizes are very small. It's not like being in a large lecture theatre. It's more that your tutor is always moving around the class, always visiting you, having a look at your projects, having a look at how things are going, and trying to solve any technical problems that you might have. The idea is that you work on something close to real projects. So in that sense, we don't send you away to read books or to write essays. You do the real thing. And all that gives you a flavour of how work might be in your first few years out in the real world. So some of our recent graduates at UB are now full stack developers. We have a couple of front-end developers and some UX developers as well. And also quite a number of people have gone into the digital marketing area, which is a big area for our grads now. What I like most is to see students produce eye-popping work, things moving across the screen. It's the kind of thing that employers are impressed by and that other people can look at and go, wow, how did you do that?
Yes. So I think this is pretty much something similar to what I've demonstrated, that our students do that things from day one rather than like listening to long lectures or writing essays. So this is our style. And also in terms of the courses, since today we are focusing on our technology courses, which is a Master of Software Engineering. So I will just present you the details of this course. On this slide, I have to apology because I still mention it's 1 or 1.5 years, but this course is actually Master of Software Engineering, only 1 year course. And the tuition fee will be 36,000 New Zealand dollars for the whole year. And we also charge 2,000 resource fees. And the campus will be in Auckland. This is another small video that our head of college, Narayan, talking about the course. He will join us soon.
And there is a huge demand of cutting-edge courses like data analytics, machine learning, cloud computing.
And I wanted to create my own different types of applications and games. So I think that is the thing that led me most to wanting to study software engineering, to be able to create my own things.
Well, I'm interested in the AI stuff, and then especially for the cybersecurity, so I try to have probably better career in here.
Don't hesitate. This is an amazing opportunity for your professional and your personal growth.
Yeah, so this small quick video is just highlighted some of the international students currently studying with us, and also the head of college talking about all the areas we might cover. So he will dive into more details later when he joins us. And this slide, actually, I just want to connect our program with today's topic, which is
Gary,
a
we already
pathway.
have Dr. Narayan with us, so if you want him to. So Leah, if you
Great,
could
great.
please.
Hi, Narayan. You're here.
Yeah, hi
You
Gary.
have
I
been-
was actually looking at your presentations.
Yeah, thank you. So
Hi, Dr.
it's okay.
Narayan.
I
Yeah,
haven't.
welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome,
thanks.
welcome. So I almost finished my part. So once I finish the course
No worries.
introduction and all the pathways, and then I will hand it over to you to introduce more structure and details and career aspect of the program. That's okay. Cool. So yeah, come back to my topic. I just want to link this program with today's topic by Immigration Advisors New Zealand, the company. So we are talking about the immigration pathways. So from this chart, you can see after you finish the Master of Software Engineering program, which is 1 year program, you will receive your post-study work visa by law. So the post-study work visa will be issued up to 3 years. So for master degrees, it is 3 years. And with this visa, post-study work visa, you can work for any employer anywhere in New Zealand, basically for any occupation. But since you are graduated from software engineering, it's very likely you will find a job as a developer. And at the same time, if your wage, your salary reached the median wage in New Zealand, currently is 29.66 New Zealand dollars per hour in New Zealand, then you will be eligible to start to collect your work experience points. So in saying that, what I mean is currently in New Zealand, the skilled migrant category is a 6-point system. So Master of Software Engineering or any master degree will give you 5 points already. From the slide, you can see that. And if you accumulate 1 point from your skilled work experience, which is very likely a developer earning above or at the median wage for 1 year, then you will already be able to claim 1 more point. So the 5 plus 1 is 6 points, which means you are eligible to apply for the residency visa in New Zealand. And that's coming back to the Master of Software Engineering study period. So because you are a master student, so you are able to sponsor your partner to come to New Zealand at the same time, and your partner will be on their partner open work visa. The open work visa means that during your study period, when they have their open work visa, they can basically work for any employer in New Zealand. And another very good benefit is your dependent child, like your children, regardless 1 or 2 or more, they can also come to New Zealand as a dependent child of your partner, which means your partner has to travel with you, and then your children will become dependent children, and they will have the dependent child student visa. That visa enabled your children to study in New Zealand.
Is Gary there?
We lost Gary.
Yeah.
Gary is frozen.
There, I think he's refreshing. Technical issues?
I'll take
Yeah.
on here while we wait for Gary. So,
Yes, please, Vandana.
yes. So like Gary has conveyed, definitely a good option for applicants thinking of studying a master's program, multiple paths leading to residence visa. So definitely 6 points is one of the path which will lead to residence, will make them eligible for residence. And if somebody is already skilled and manages to get the salary which is required for straight to residence, they could be eligible for straight to residence if they get into an occupation which is on the green list. A lot of occupations, relevant occupations are actually on the green list. Developer programmer, ICT project manager, ICT security specialist, multimedia specialist, software and applications programmer. So I'm just naming few of these. So if the applicants or these students, as soon as they complete the master's, gets the salary that is needed for the green list, may even be eligible to apply for residence as soon as they get the employment and they are eligible for this green list pathway. If not, definitely if they work in a skilled employment for 1 year, gather 1 point, they would then have a backup plan of getting the residence 1 year after the completion of the course. Leah, we will not be able to move on to the next slide from here, right? Okay, no worries. Dr. Narayan, if I hand over and if you are able to share your experiences on what kind of jobs the students are able to get and what is the possibility, what are the pathways that you are you have seen, that will be really beneficial for our attendees then. Over to you.
Thank you, Vandana. So this master's covers a wide range of cutting-edge courses that we are talking across the globe, not only in the context of New Zealand. So this is easily, this degree can be taken to various countries. Just to give you a few names, you might have heard about blockchain and digital currency. We have catered that course. And then quantum computing, which is, we are the only one provider of that course in New Zealand. And when we started consulting for this course, quantum computing, there were questions around how we could be delivering this. There is a hardware resource constraints problem. So we partnered with University of Technology Sydney to facilitate us in bringing those quantum devices. Now we have 3 different quantum computers, which I can show you here in front of PC. This is a quantum computer. The students will program in this device. So we teach them those things. And then just few weeks ago, Otago University actually got 13 million projects to develop the quantum projects and to produce the workforce in relation to this area. So we were so glad to hear this. So we are actually waiting for graduate to come out, and then there will be potential opportunity for us to liaise with them. That is one thing we are hoping for. Another thing we cover in this master's program, the cloud security. Everything is in the cloud nowadays, but how would we secure those things into the cloud? That has been the focus of every industry these days. Similarly, data analytics, data and security come side by side. So all these 4 courses are really interrelated to each other, and we teach them from the concept of software engineering applications, not just here in the introduction of these courses, which you can get it in everywhere online. We teach them in the first trimester, we teach them the professional software engineering, which is we teach them the software engineering principles and how they can be applied in the consecutive courses, which they will do in consecutive trimester 2 and 3. So the trimester 1 covers 3 courses: professional software engineering, and then quantum computing and research methods. Then if they move into the trimester 2, there are 4 courses, 15 credit courses: blockchain, data analytics, cloud security, and intelligent transportation system. I forgot that nowadays you have heard about EV, electric vehicles, hybrid vehicles, intelligent mobility, autonomous vehicles. So how those things can be, how we can apply our software engineering principles in those areas. So that is also our goal. So our case studies, projects will include such kind of a real, industry-based scenario type of projects, so that students can get confidence in that. And the last trimester is the industry-based capstone project. I was going through the email and I got some questions there, so I would just clarify based on those. So the industry-based capstone project, we have 3 different options. One is internship track. The second one is student can choose to produce their research projects in the form of conference papers, journal papers. There may be students who would like to pursue further towards their PhD degree. So for those students, that research track is open. And the third track is the in-house project. So we have a industry steering body. So before allocating projects or before accepting the projects from students, we always hold a meeting together, and that body has to approve that project. So that is the in-house projects. So internship is not guaranteed. So, but if we are always working towards establishing more industry partners. Few are already with us, and they have already promised to give us certain projects. I'm holding that meeting next week because we are already in the trimester 2. So the planning will start soon to allocate some projects to the students. So this is ongoing project. So I'm tying up with industries and allocating more, internships is always our ongoing journey. but there are 3 opportunities in the last trimester. So internal jobs project, there is a huge area. So they can either work as a software engineer in data analytics analyst, business intelligence analyst, ITS. If you go towards the intelligent transportation system, the transportation engineer, there are varied roles. Yeah. So like other providers are focusing on, this is AI masters, this is data scientist masters. Our one is like, lot of cutting edge courses are catered and with application areas, so they can work in diverse field. Yeah, that's pretty much the course structure. Yeah, any questions I'm happy to take now or later.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Narayan. I'm just checking whether we've got Gary back. Oh yes, Gary is back. Hi, Gary. Would you like to continue what we have left a while ago?
Sorry, my computer decided to restart itself. So
I
I
No
saved
think
you,
I
worries.
need
Gary. I
to,
saved you.
yes,
Yeah,
thank you. I
Dr.
think
Narayan saved you.
yeah, I think I need to study this software engineering to do something to my computer to save myself, right? Okay. Definitely. So, will you be able to allow me to continue share my slides?
Sure, Gary. Yeah, I'll hand it
Yeah,
over
so
to you.
thank you.
Yes.
Sorry about that. People, share some as well. Okay. Things coming up, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I saw some slide. I think my colleague told me
I
we'll
think
finish this part, right?
Gary, you'll have to share again. I think the slide is not correctly shared. Yeah.
You are saying the email, Gary.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. Right. So since we've covered the immigration pathway and also all the visa benefits from this program, so these slides, I don't know whether Naren has covered, but I just want to give you a very broad, it's
Yes.
not
Yeah.
100% accurate, but it's just a very broad comparison or kind of a proposition of software engineering. I think while you are reading the slide, which I will not do that, is that between computer science and information technology, it's not 100% accurate, but I can give you an idea because a lot of students are choosing from the two or even thinking about something else. So computer science is very, very like mathematics based, that it talks about the basic fundamental principles and how the language is created, how the machines are working, so how you make a machine working. So that is a very fundamental theoretical part. And information technology, on the other end, is talking about the hardwares, like how you connect different devices, different computers together, how to build a network, how to implement some applications or even maintenance and support. So those are the two ends of the broad IT area. And I would say software engineering, I couldn't say it's between the two, it's overlap the two, but it covers more. So I would put 4 aspects here. One is coding, design, business, and engineering processes. So one summary is software engineers that the program is training is a bit of everything. Okay, so coding is of course the core skills that you need to attain from this program, and you will also grow some sense of design principles, because whatever software or applications you are creating, you need to implement a lot of design principles. And also become a very qualified, very good software engineer, you need to understand the business, because you are delivering something for the business to make the value for the audience. So you need to have a very sound understanding of business, and you will have engineer lines to look at the process that you are creating a software. So software engineer, so say software engineering, it is a bit of everything. So you cannot just be purely a programmer or just a designer or just a business like product manager or just an engineer. You need to be everything. Okay, so that is the beauty of this program, that after our program, you will get exposed to everything. On the other side of the slide, I just give a very like simple examples of whether a lot of math will be involved, whether you need to do a lot of coding, or whether you have to be working on a lot of like hardwares or connecting different cables or whatever, all those kind of things. So this is a very simple comparison of different programs, just to help you to make decision where are you going, which is a program that you should study. And also this slide, I just want to give you a introduction of the prospect in job prospect in New Zealand. On the left-hand side, I'm just showcasing the statistics of the average or median salaries as a developer. It is not actually most accurate because the due to inflation and everything, actually the salary of software developers are increasing. Currently, the average software engineer salary in New Zealand is more than 100,000 per year, and it is increasing. Okay, and on the right-hand side, I'm showing you a lot of logos of companies and their valuations by the stock market or by the secondary market. That is showing you that New Zealand itself, also regardless which government, we are making this country in entrepreneurship hub. Like they want to encourage a lot of newly startup companies, and then regardless where they are going or whether they are eventually going to be listed in Nasdaq in the US or listed in AUX in Australia, but we are encouraging the new startups, the new companies to coming out. And naturally, if there are more and more new companies building up, then there will be more and more work opportunities as a software developer, because as you can imagine, any new company, the most demanded type of jobs will be software developers. In this case, I'm not talking about opening a new restaurant or opening a new cafe. Of course, they don't need a software developer, but the very serious, the most important startups will be the tech companies, and they are in huge demand of software developers. And this is a slide talking about some details around the course. This is the on-campus course, so you need to be on campus to study, and the duration is 1 year, and every week you are coming to school for around 9 to 10 hours. So the remaining of the time you will be studying from home and doing your assignments and completing other study activities. And next year's intake, we have 3 intakes. The next one will be in April, and then followed by July and November. In terms of campus, we confirmed that we will have the Auckland campus, which is just a neighbor of the IANZ. The Christchurch campus is still under discussion. We will make the decision very soon to announce to all our agents whether we will start to recruit students for Christchurch. But just stay tuned. If you are really targeting Christchurch, you really want to go to Christchurch, please let Vandana or Leah knows about this, and then we will keep a record. If we open the campus, we will let you know as soon as possible. And also tuition fees, as I mentioned before, 36 New Zealand dollars for the whole program, plus 2,000 New Zealand dollars resource fee. And another good news is we have a 25% of tuition fee scholarship available for all the 2024 intakes. But the scholarship will go through an interview process by our regional managers. So to apply for this scholarship, you need to contact Immigration Advisors New Zealand for further details. And some other reasons I think Narayan might have already covered why you should learn MSc, which is Master of Software Engineering at UB. First of all, we have a lot of cutting edge courses. Maybe later I will present the slide. let Narayan to further explain what are the topics we are covering. And also, we want to prepare graduates for the industry, which they can be commercially and creatively driven. And also, all the academic aspects and all the topics we are powered and endorsed by the leading industry academic partners. And also, if you look at the table on the left-hand side, this is a very cost and time efficient program. And as Nara has mentioned, we do not have any traditional exam. So joining this program, you will just do coding and creating programs all throughout the whole program. So you don't need to worry about attending any exams that you need to remember the answers and so on and so forth. Sorry. And this is the cost structure. I think Narayan might have already mentioned this. If not, can I just hand over to you, Narayan? You can.
Yeah, pretty much I have told
Yeah.
it. So you can see there are 3 courses in trimester 1, professional software engineering, research methods, quantum computing. So, and once you move into the trimester 2, the one thing we need to focus here is this professional software engineering is a prerequisite course in order to move on to trimester 2 and trimester 3. The thing why we have chosen like this is we have a diverse range of entry criteria. When I say diverse range, we have people coming from bachelor in IT, bachelor in physics, in some cases where if they have done some computer programming courses, bachelor in commerce, in some cases they have done programming papers. So those will fit into this. So in that case, there may be students who have already done his undergraduate degree in computer science. There may be students who have just been exposed to the computer programming, but not into the depth as others. So we have that class size all the time, class structure. So that is the reason the MSc 800, we actually teach them in such a way like in what area they are having their previous expertise that will fit them to excel that programming language in remaining courses, which you see in the trimester 2. But the main here is object-oriented programming. When I say object-oriented programming, it covers Python, C++, Java, C#. So the students have that previous background, then we just give them the environment in this professional software engineering where they can utilize that existing knowledge in the following courses, so that at the end of the trimester 3, they can develop the project which they are good at, and eventually the industry will be looking at those final product as well. And trimester 3, I already told you, that is the industry-based capstone research project. We have 3 different streams. One is internship, one other is in-house projects, and another is the research tracks where they can publish conference papers or journal papers. Yeah, and that can help them to pursue their PhD journey as well. Trimester 4, there is no courses.
Well, thank you. And also, this is just a kind of explanation of each course, what is covered. Yeah, maybe we can just skip that and let's talk about the time frame. So next year, we only have accelerated stream, 1-year program, which means if you start from April or March, you will finish by February 2025. And if you start from July, then you will finish by June next year. And if you start from November, of course, you will finish by October next year, which is exactly 1-year program. And if we talk about the entry requirement, as Narayan has already mentioned, we are having a wide range of students' background into this program, but essentially you need to hold a bachelor's degree, either in engineering, computer science, information technologies, physics, math, or business, but preferably in business information system or business analysis. which has a rich background in math and technology. And also, if you have any other qualification, please do not hesitate to send it to Vandana and her team, and then they can perform some sort of pre-assessment together with us. And also, a very important element that you should consider is you will need to have substantial knowledge on programming. As Nara has mentioned, preferably in C++, Java, Python, or if you do not have that confidence in this language, coding languages or programming languages, we are having another option for you, which is our UB online MSc bridging course. And next slide, I will go through some questions about this bridging course. And next one will be some other diploma programs in the related computer science or IT area, plus 3 to 4 years working experience in the same field, which can also be considered. And Narayan will perform one on like case by case review.
Yeah, and then below you can see the logos of different industry partners. So
yep.
They have already promised to allocate some of the internships to our students, and this number will keep increasing, you know. So yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah. And English naturally is L3.5 with no baccalaureate 6, which is a standard requirement. And about the bridging course, because this is our newly developed online course by our Dr. Narayan Nepal. And this course, I just put some standard question here, like for whom is the course for, and how is the course delivered, and the cost structure, the cost lines, and everything. I don't think we have a lot of time to go through everyone. So basically, I just want to briefly introduce, if you are holding the degrees that we mentioned in the previous slide, in the science or engineering or computer science, those areas, but you do not have a sound background in programming, you are the ones who need the bridging course. And from the last question, you can see this course is totally free, so don't worry about it. And this course is 100% online, and it is self-paced, which means you don't need to worry about a live streaming time schedule of the day, so you can plan your study by yourself. And overall, the course is around 200 hours, which we suggest that you should complete in about 3 months, 10 to 14 weeks, so to say. And also the course, if you want to pass the course, you will be attending a quiz or a multi-choice question format assessment. And the good thing about it is you can have 3 trials of this test, and all the questions will be covered in all the learning materials. And you, after 3 trials, you need to get the accurate rate up to 80% of all the questions. But if you failed the 80%, you can try the second time or third time until you pass. But if you can still not pass, then you are welcome to rejoin the whole course again, to restudy the course and join the exam after 3 months. Okay, so this is basically how it works.
Yeah,
and also, yeah.
I would just like to hear what Gary has said.
Yeah.
So you can, you may think this is a multiple choice question and how we can test the ability of the students. So the multiple choice question which I have created there is very conceptual. And then if they thoroughly go through those contents, which we have catered them for the 3 months course, then they have to apply that knowledge. That type of question is there in MCQ, which is a time test. And then that will assure me that now students have understood the concept of software engineering, and I can then allow him or her for entry into the MSc. That is the reason. So this program is for those students who just miss the entry criteria because of not having the programming component. Okay, so it means they already have the relevant background, they already have some mathematical knowledge, but only programming component is missing. Then we recommend them to do this, and then after passing this course, they are direct entry into the MSc. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the edition. Yep, I think that's all our presentation. I will hand it over to uh, Vandana or Leah.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
thank you.
All right.
Uh,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Gary and Dr. Narayan. So now it's time for us for our Q&A session.
So
All right.
Leah, before
Yeah.
you start taking the questions, can I ask one question for this foundation or this program? I know,
Yep.
but those students who do not meet the entry requirement, this course would assist. But if somebody wants to do this course by choice, just so that they are better prepared when they come for that program, is that also an option?
Dr. Narayan.
Yeah, I think this is probably the sales question, because I receive the applications if they are not confident on that, so
Yeah.
then I will go through it and I will recommend them, hey, this guy
Yes.
has to go through MSc bridging course. So if those profile comes to me, I will definitely not recommend that. But by liaising with the salespeople, they may allocate it. There is no harm in learning
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's mostly coming from if students might need to wait for quite a
Yeah.
long time until the visa issued,
Yeah.
so they want to keep their knowledge,
Yeah.
up to the best level. So probably it's another option for the
Yeah,
students
that is
to.
that is fine.
Because while their visa application is being prepared and before they come into the country, if they want to
Yeah.
probably brush up,
Yes,
they may have
yes.
studied a few years back. They may have been working in a bit of a different field. And if they want to come back and, be
That's
better prepared.
totally makes sense. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that
that
is.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks. Over to you, Leah.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vandana. And thank you once again, Gary and Dr. Narayan. So I will not keep our viewers waiting. I will immediately start in taking the questions from the Q&A box that our dearest viewers have actually put in. So thank you so much once again to all the viewers and participants in today's webinar. We will answer the question one by one, and I will start with the question. I think this is for you, Gary, or Dr. Narayan. So, what are the admission requirements for a master in software for the Master of Software Engineering program in New Zealand, specifically with UB College?
Uh, I think that was from one of the slides. Let me reshare it if it's okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yes. Make sure I share the correct one. Yeah, this one. Let me zoom in a little bit. So essentially, you will need to hold a oh, sorry, it's too big. You need to hold a bachelor degree in the mentioned areas, and also you need to have a substantial knowledge on programming. We prefer C++, Java, Python, and is there another one, Dr. Naren?
C# is also the
C sharp, yeah, C sharp also. But if you do not have that, only if you are like you do not have the competence or the required programming background, then you can also join our MSc bridging course.
Yeah, on the top of that, you can see the alternative entry criteria. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, you have 3 years diploma followed by 3 years living experience, then you can also get entry into MSc.
Yeah. Does it answer the question?
That's a really good option, because we do see a lot of people who may have moved on to their work profiles with their diploma. So if their work experience is recognized and they can get
Yeah.
admission straight
In
in master's.
total, there should be 6 years of study plus work experience. So and then we have broken them into 3 years of diploma followed by 3 years of work experience. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for answering that question. I will move to the next question right away. So, are there any specialization options within the Master of Software Engineering program? as like such as cybersecurity or artificial
No,
intelligence?
this is
So,
not that
Gary,
type.
you can stop sharing, please, if you could.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
This is not that type of masters. Otherwise, we will not be different than others. So why should they come to ours? You know. So this is first of all, this is mastered by coursework, and it's not mastered by research. So, and what I would like to, there are two types of master: master by coursework and master by research. Our one sits in between. So I call it as a hybrid master. So there is no any specializations like master in cybersecurity, master in AI, but we have catered the cutting edge courses, so you don't have to do you spend your whole year in dealing with one subject. So it means bachelor's, you can masters in blockchain. I would say you can't master, but you know most of the application areas. So we teach them from the application perspective. So you know what sort of software engineering you have to apply in blockchain, what sort of software engineering you have to apply in cloud security, that way. So more or less application areas in this cutting edge technology rather than going through the thorough theoretical concepts in one particular field. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Narayan. That is really very informative. I'll proceed to the next question, please. How much emphasis like is placed on practical projects and hands-on experience in this program? And like there is a follow-up question. Can you give more light on the industry placement of this program?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of the projects, so most of the softwares they use in this program is open source software. Open source software, and then they can collaborate in like for GitHub is one of the open source collaborative tools that we use it. So hands-on, yeah, they have to develop certain prototype projects, the projects where there are projects that are practical tests. In practical tests, they have to show some show some kind of what do you say the beta type or a type of product, and then followed by the project which is comprehensive. They will showcasing it and presenting it to the industry panel as well. So it's not like since most of the things happens in online in a virtual environment, so there will be hands-on projects, but in case of IT kind of things where you have to physically go and do the things that won't happen here. So how do you consider hands-on here? Even the coding part is hands-on, lots of coding are there. Intelligent transportation system, when you move into that course, you have a lot of programming, algorithm design there. So yeah, a good number of projects will definitely make you feel that you are really doing an amazing practical stuff in this program. And the last part of the question, I already told this. What is that?
Industry placements,
Yeah,
Dr. Narayan.
industry
Yeah.
placement. So we,
Yeah.
like I said, two or three companies. One is blockchain, New Zealand-based blockchain company, 21 E, and then the Guinness Cloud Academy. That is the global company, and they have a main office in Nepal. So they have already, announced that we may be able to offer you some internships. So, and we just started from July. So our industries partners are also not have been exposed so far, but this will keep on growing. So we can't promise that we the industry placement guaranteed, but we are on that journey. And then if there is no industry placement, we have in-house projects where our expert lecturers have the capacity to showcase them the industry relevant project, that would mean that would be the actual project when they go into the industry. So the scenario based type of project, we create them and they will, yeah. And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, that's all.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Narayan. I'll proceed right away to our next question. Is there a minimum grade requirement in order to qualify for this one, for the Master of Software Engineering?
They need to pass 50 percentage, in each assessment. They need to get 50 percentage in each assessment. That is the minimum requirement of pass, and need to achieve all the learning outcomes. So what happens in New Zealand qualification framework is every course has its learning outcomes, and then those learning outcomes are mapped across the assessments. So some of them, some of the institutes have just policy of passing the assessments, and then some of the what NZQA wants is students also have passed the learning outcomes and then attain the relevant graduate profile outcomes. So in order to answer that question in short, they need to achieve 50% of mark in each assessment. Each course has two maximum, I think, two assessments. Only one course has three assessments. So they need to achieve 50% in overall assessments. Great.
Okay, Dr. Okay, sure. Yeah, got that. I think the viewer was also asking, like, in order to be admitted or accepted in the program, is there also like a minimum grade requirement that they need to have?
If they come from the special admission category, what we have said is the minimum B grade should be there. But if they come from the regular, entry category with their relevant academic backgrounds, I just need to see. We just look at their achieve grade, pass grade is fine. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll proceed to the next one, and I think it will be for our license advisor, Vandana. Vandana, our viewers are actually asking, are they eligible to work part-time while studying the Master of Software and Engineering program?
Yes, so thanks, Leah. Definitely, if somebody is doing a master's program, they do have a condition which allows them to study while they're studying full time to work part time, 20 hours a week. And they would also have the option to work full time on their scheduled vacations and on their summer vacation. So definitely they can gain work experience while they are studying as well. Thanks. Over to you, Leah.
Okay, thank you so much, Vandana. And our next question is actually regarding the scholarship that you've mentioned during our session, Gary. So,
Yeah.
one of the viewers is asking, are all students interviewed for the 25% scholarship? Are there any specific requirement to be called for an interview, or all of the applicants gets to be interviewed? Is
It's
how yes, how does
okay.
it?
So,
Yeah.
interview is not a entry requirement for the program. So, we only interview students if they want to apply for the 25% scholarship. And actually, we're supposed to have another colleague join our meeting called Roy. But he is currently on leave, so he cannot join our meeting today. And he is the regional manager for immigration advisors in New Zealand. So if you have applications want to be interviewed for the scholarship, you later you will contact Roy to conduct the interviews for the scholarships. And during the
Okay.
scholarship, they won't ask you any technical questions. It's just basically based on your passion about coming to New Zealand and starting this program, and all your just trying to show your dedication to coming to this program. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Leah, I'll just want to
Yes,
add on
Vandana.
here. So, the fees that they have for a master's program is actually a very competitive fees. Okay, so am I audible? So yeah, so
Yeah.
the fees that is being charged for this master's program, which is a highly specialized master's program, and the kind of facilities that the students have, as it is, the fees is quite competitive. And if they are able to get 25% scholarship on top of that, that's definitely a very good opportunity. I'm really can't think of any other option they have in New Zealand for a master's program. With the fees that they would be eligible for. So definitely something that if the students are interested in, they must consider, because, and the good thing that Gary and Dr. Nara and I see here is that you've not kept that scholarship for only the Feb intake or only this intake. So we're really happy to see that these scholarship you've mentioned would be eligible or will carry on for all intakes in 2024. So that will give students some time to plan their studies and see, and they are aware that the scholarships would be there for the entire year then. Yeah.
Yes, we will try to make it happen. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll proceed to another question, and as we cannot keep this going for a long time. So Vandana, another question. I think this is also for you. Will they be eligible for a post-study work visa, and for how many years upon completing the Master of Software Engineering program? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So once a master's program is completed, the student would be eligible to apply for 3 years of post-study work visa. I see there are few questions in the same stream, so I'll try and cover those as well because I think we don't have much time left. So I can see a few questions on the green list eligibility or the pathway to residence. So I'll try and cover those questions as well here. So once they complete the study, they get 5 points. We saw that in the slide, and they get 3 year post-study work visa. So once they are in that position, there are, I would say, two paths which are going towards residence. One is the green list path and one is the 6 points path. So then the students can choose which path is taking them to the residence the fastest. If they get a job which is on the green list, and if they get the salary which is a requirement for the green list occupation. So there are a lot of occupations which are on the green list, and the requirement though is getting the required salary. So something like a multimedia specialist is required to earn $48.94 an hour. And other IT jobs which are on the green list are required to earn $61.69 an hour. So a lot of people who are actually qualified and skilled and then come for a course which is a master's can easily reach that salary. And what that means is, as soon as they get that salary and their occupation in the green list, they can move on to straight to residence. That means they can straight away go ahead and apply for their residence. And for all those who may not have a lot of work experience by their side, and for them, what is the pathway? If they then, during the post study work visa, get a job which is a skilled employment with median wage rate, that is 29.66, quite an achievable target, because definitely skilled professionals in this line get much higher than that. But just for their plan, if they start getting a median wage rate, then they can apply for the residence visa under the skill 6 points system after 1 year of gaining that skilled work experience, which will give them the required 1 point. So two paths going towards residence, they can choose whichever is taking them the fastest or whichever one they would be eligible for. So I've tried to cover, I think, 3-4 questions, Leah. I could see different questions there. Yeah. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Vandana. As much as we would like to answer all of the remaining questions, what I can tell our viewers is please do email us at contact@nzimmigration.info, and we will be really happy to assist you further and answer all those clarifications and questions that you would like to know more about for the program Master in Software Engineering at UB College. And once again, I would like to thank you, Gary Lee, Shingi Kim, and of course, Dr. Narayan, for joining us in today's webinar. Thank you so much for your time. Any last words or any last say to our viewers for today?
I'm good, and just want to thank you for your team's effort to bring this together. And we really look forward to receiving more questions coming through from this audience or the wider audience. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you. Yeah.
thank you. I'd just like to say there has been a good feedback from our current 30 students who are already with us. So they are really enjoying the program. Yeah, so I would like to have more students in future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, Vandana, any last words for our viewers for today?
Thanks, Leah. So definitely the programs that are being offered, IT has a lot of scope here in New Zealand. So if that's something which interests you, definitely you should ask more questions, explore, research, so you are in a position to take your well-researched and well-informed decision. Big thanks to you, Gary, Dr. Narayan, and Shingi. Friday evening, we invited you at the wrong time. I know it's been a long week for everyone, but I appreciate your taking time out. And Dr. Narayan, we do realize that you had some emergency, but we really appreciate your coming back and joining us today. So really appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank you so much. And once again, don't forget it's contact@nzimmigration.info. Just send us an email and we will be happy to speak and guide you. So once again, thank you so much everyone for joining us. Have a good weekend and thank you so much.